Yes, class 8. This is the question on page number 18. It's about clause. So first you will understand actually what the clause are. Clauses are groups of the words containing both subject and predicate. Almost all sentences contain at least one clause. When a clause stands on its own, we call it a sentence. However, a clause is usually part of another sentence since it qualifies some words or words in that sentence. So I will explain you in simple words. First, they are saying that clause is a group of words containing subject and predicate. So first, just revise your ideas about subject and predicate that you have done in class 7. What is subject? The person or thing about which we are talking and that is doing something, that we say it is a subject. And what he is doing or the part of the sentence that contain a verb or the detail about the subject, this is called predicate. So apart the words, the collection of words that contain a subject and a predicate, it is called a complete sentence. So you can say in the simple words that a shorter sentence, a simple and small sentence, it is called a clause. It can be a complete sentence and there can be more clause in one sentence. Suppose you say that she opens the door and she goes out to enjoy the weather. So I will complete that sentence. So I complete here the sentence. Look here. Sarah opens the door and goes out to enjoy. So this is the part, look on that part of the sentence. Sarah opens the door. It's also a clear meaning. You can understand what is told to you here in that sentence. And it is a complete sentence and she goes out to enjoy. So these two parts of the sentences are joined by a conjunction. If we say that it's a complete sentence but it has two parts, so we can say that there are two clauses in that one sentence. So I write here one clause and second clause. So the part of the sentence that give you a complete meaning, it has a subject and it has a predicate or it has the detail about the subject, it gives you proper meaning, it is called clause. So as I told you that if there are more than one clauses in one sentence, they will be joined by any conjunction. So these clauses have two types, main clause and subordinate clause. So I will explain now what's the difference between them. So here are given some examples of a sentence, or you can say clause. That boy is my brother. Silently the ship left the harbor. She can read a book. So all these sentences, you can say that here is a subject and here is a predicate. So it's a sentence or it's a clause. So they are saying that every sentence or every clause has a subject and a predicate. We can divide the sentence into two parts. So sometimes there are, this is a very short sentence. Sometimes the sentences are longer and they have more than one clause, as I given you the example on the previous page. So there can be main clause and subordinate clause. So what is the main clause? Main clause do not depend on any other clause. Just here the example, she can read a book. So here this sentence is complete. It doesn't demand any other words to explain itself. It's quite independent, so it is called main clause. They are also called independent clause. They can stand by themselves as independent sentence, as I explained already. The boy is my brother and this girl is my sister. So this sentence has two parts. There are two clauses in that sentence. So these are independent clause, or you can say that it's quite a complete sentence and it's a main clause or independent clause. So subordinate clause, it's also called dependent clause. Subordinate clause is actually, it is not giving you proper meaning. It needs some extra words to explain itself, and on its own it cannot stand. It cannot stand by itself. Actually it is the explanation of the first part of the sentence, and this is always joined with the first part of the sentence with any conjunction. So subordinate clause just clarify the ideas of the main clause. They can be noun, or they can be adjective, or they can be adverb. So it's very easy to identify them as they are attached to the main clause with such type of the conjunction. So there they have given you some examples. The man left the room. So it's quite clear to you what the sentence is telling to you. The man left the room. There is no ambiguity in that sentence, no confusion. And the second part of the sentence, before the guest arrived. Before is the conjunction, and the guest arrived. If you say that the guest arrived only, so can you understand what the sentence is telling to you? The guests arrive, or you can say before the guests arrive. No, there are some other words needed to clarify the meaning of that part of sentence. Or you can say that that part of sentence is actually clarifying that part of sentence. So it is the main clause, and this is the subordinate clause. It cannot stand by its own self. Here is the second example. They saw the man who stole the car. They saw a man. It's quite clear sentence to you. They saw a man. There is no confusion in that sentence to understand. Who stole the car? Is it a complete sentence? No, it's quite clear that we need some extra words to complete that sentence. So it is not an independent, it is a dependent clause. So here is an exercise. What they are saying to you: underline the main clause in the following sentence. So what will be the main clause? You just underline and leave the other part of the sentence. The children went to the park after they had their lunch. So can you find out what is the main clause? Yes, the children went to the park. This is the main part of the sentence that give you quite proper meaning. Only this one. After they had their lunch, this is the subordinate clause, or this is the part of the sentence that is explaining the first part of sentence. So you have to underline just the main clause. It's your classwork. Do it now. And the same exercise is there in your workbook, page number 11. Phrase and clause. I already explained about clause. Phrase is left here. Phrase is also, you can say that it's a group of words, but they don't have any finite verb, any verb, and describes an action or a noun. So you can say that main or independent clause, it's a group of words. I have already explained this one. The main clause, group of words with a finite verb, may stand independently, and subordinate clause, group of words with a finite verb, may not stand independently. So this is the difference between main clause and subordinate clause, that it can stand independently and it cannot stand independently. And phrase is different. Phrase is a group of words that do not convey you the proper meaning. Just I say that under the tree. So is that clear to you what I am saying to you? What is under the tree, or what I want to say, you are not clear about it. So such the collection of the words, it's called a phrase. Or you can say that phrase doesn't have a proper verb. So here is the exercise. You have to find out these sentences are phrase or clause, and what type of clause, main clause or subordinate clause. So you will do this one here in that page in the exercise. And in the next page number 12, the same exercise is again rewrite the sentences in box below. The first has been done for you. It's you have to find out what are the main clause and what are the subordinate clause. And in the next question, make adverb from the following adjectives, and you know this one, how to make the adverbs